Srimad Bhagavatam reading morning session in English. Hare Krishna. So, yesterday we have completed up to verse number 28. So, today we will start with verse number 29 of chapter 11, entitled Lord Rāmacandra Rules the Earth. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Vadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Ruttama Shloke Bhaktar Bhavati Naishtagi Mukam Karoti Vachalam Bangum Langayade Girim Yat Krivadamaham Mande Paramanandamadavam Sri Gurum Dinadarinam Sri Chaitanyamesharam Omajnanitmirandasya Jnananjana Shalagya Chashurumilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stabidam Yena Bhudale Swayam Rupagata Mahyam Dadandi Subhadandigam Vandeham Sri Gurum Sri Udabadagamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sakarajadam Sahana Jagannadanidam Dam Sajivam Sadvedam Savadudam Parijana Sahidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahana Lalada Sri Vishakhanidamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagalpade Gopesh Gopiga Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Taptakanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanasude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhya Chakrva Sindhubhya Vajapadidanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhudale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nidhi Namine Namaste Saraswate Deva Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Deshadarane जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण कृष्णाय गोविंदाय श्रीमते जय Hare Krishna. Welcome once more, all devotees. So, we'll start with verse number 29. Okay, so okay, 29 without purport. So we'll read 29. What's again 30 also with no purport. Okay, Hare Krishna. So I'll read two verses, Prabhuji. And
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Yes, yes, please.
okay, Hare Krishna. 9, 11, 29. Hare Krishna. Tamupeyus tatra tatra paura arhanapanayaha Ashisho yuyujurdeva pahi mam prag tayodhritam tamupeyustatra tatra paura arhanapanayah Ashisho yuyujurdeva pahi mam prag tayodhritam. Translation by His Divine Grace, Abhijayarana Aravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. Wherever Lord Ramacandra visited, the people approached him with the paraphernalia of worship and begged the Lord's blessings. O Lord, they said, as you rescued the earth from the bottom of the sea in your incarnation as a boar, may you now maintain it. Thus we beg your blessings. Translation once more. Wherever Lord Ramacandra visited, the people approached him with the paraphernalia of worship and begged the Lord's blessings. O Lord, they said, as you rescued the earth from the bottom of the sea in your incarnation as a boar, may you now maintain it. Thus we beg your blessings. Okay, verse number 30. Tata praja vichya padim chiragadam didrikshayol srishta griha श्रियो नरः आरुह्य हर्म्या हर्म्याण्यरविन्दलोचनां ममृतनेत्रा कुसुमैरवाकिरन्. हरे कृष्ण. तदा प्रजा वीक्ष्य पतिं चिरागतम् दिदृक्षयोऽस्यष्टगृहा स्त्रियो नराः आरुह्य हर्म्याण्यरविन्दलोचनाम् अमृतनेत्रा कुसुमैरवाकिरन्.
Atrupa. Atrupa.
Atrupta. Last line. Atrupta, whose eyes were not fully satisfied, not Trupti.
Yes, without Trupti.
Atrupta. Atrupti. Yeah, Atrupta.
Atrupta netra kusumairavakiran. Translation. Thereafter, not having seen the Lord for a long time, the citizens, both men and women, being very eager to see him, left their homes and got up on the roofs of the palaces. Being incompletely satiated with seeing the face of the lotus-eyed Lord Ramacandra, they showered flowers upon him. Translation once more. Thereafter, not having seen the Lord for a long time, the citizens, both men and women, being very eager to see him, left their homes and got up on the roofs of the palaces. Being incompletely satiated with seeing the face of the lotus-eyed Lord Ramacandra, they showered flowers upon him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we are actually wonderfully describing about Ramarajya, right, Prabhu? So very famous. Everybody is eagerly always looking for Ramarajya, where the citizens are very happy. So here we can see how the citizens were very happy in eagerly seeing Lord Ramachandra Bhagavan. So this verse is actually describing verse number 24 to 36, describing about Lord Ramachandra's, how he is dealing with the brothers and the citizens. Okay, especially these two verses, how the people, the citizens approach Lord Ramachandra. They were very, very eager to see him. Tatra laulyam ekamulyam. When we are very eager to see the Lord, then the Lord actually gives his darshan. So here we can see the citizens are actually very much eager to see the Lord. And they are offering their prayers. You rescued the earth from the bottom of the sea. Now you may maintain it. Thus we beg your blessings. So these were both verses 29 and 30 is reflecting how the citizens of Ayodhya, they were so much eager to have the darshan of the Lord and to receive his blessings. So that is mentioned here. So Darshan Prabhu, we need to want to add something, Prabhu?
No, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. So if there is none, we can go to the next verse. Actually, these were few verses only more here. We can see 31 to 35. Actually, Lord Ramachandra Bhagavan is entering his palace. So we can continue. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. Only one thing is that how lucky the citizens, they knew that Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yeah. Very important point. It is not that they do not know. They already know that he is the Supreme Lord.
Yes.
So that is a great blessings.
Yes. They referred about Varaha Avtara. You rescued us. Now you please waiting. So how fortunate those. And Prabhu, elsewhere in one of the slokas it is told that although it was Treta Yuga, it was like Satya Yuga. Because Lord was Prabhu.
Yeah, Ramarajya.
I don't know whether we completed that verse or it is coming or not. It is there in these 3 chapters, 10, 11, 12. In Ramacharita.
I think we completed that earlier.
Yes.
I think, yes. Because after these 3-4 verses, Prabhu, it's already this verse is complete. This chapter is completing. So this is already completed.
Yes. So the fortune of the citizens, they know Supreme Personality Godhead is ruling. They are taking audience from the Supreme Personality Godhead. Is talking to them face to face.
Yes. Direct darshan.
Yes. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
So we'll go to next verse. 31 and
Can I
32.
read?
31, 32, 33, 34. Oh, 4 verses together, Mataji. Okay, please, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam 9.11.31 to 34. Atha pravishtaः स्वगृहं जुष्टं स्वै पूर्वराजभिः अनन्ताखिलकोशाढ्यम् अनर्घ्योरुपरिच्छदम् विद्रुमोदुम्बरद्वारैर्विदूर्यास्तम्भपङ्क्तिभिः स्थलैर्मारकथैः स्वच्छैर्व्राजत् भित्तिभिः चित्रस्वर्ग्भिः पट्टिकाभैर्वासो मणिगणां शुकैः मुक्ताफलश्चिद् उल्लासैः कान्तकामोपपत्तिभिः धूपदीपैः सुरभिभिर्मण्डितं पुष्पमण्डनैः स्त्रीपुंभिः सुरसङ्काशैर्जुष्टं भूषणभूषणैः. Translation by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Thereafter, Lord Ramacandra entered the palace of his forefathers. Within the palace were various treasures and valuable wardrobes. The sitting places on the two sides of the entrance door were made of coral. The yards were surrounded by pillars of Vaidurya Mani. The floor was made of highly polished Marakatta Mani, and the foundation was made of marble. The entire palace was decorated with flags and garlands and bedecked with valuable stones, shining with their celestial effulgence. The palace was fully decorated with pearls and surrounded by lamps and incense. The men and women within the palace all resembled demigods and were decorated with various ornaments which seemed beautiful because of being placed on their bodies. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you.
Hare Krishna. Just to add one point here, you can see how opulent was the place. So this was in Treta Yuga. So as per modern science, we believe that people, they were now only getting advanced. But we can see here the architecture very beautifully mentioned by Sukadeva Goswami. You can see how the doors were made of coral. Now we are making door with only wood. And the yards were surrounded by pillars of Vaidurya Mani. The floor was highly polished Markata Mani, like we use now tiles or marble or granite, this very high grade, Markata Mani. And also the foundation was made of marble. Normally foundation we are making with cement. So the entire palace was decorated with flags and garlands. And if you just imagine in our eye, we can see, like how it was grand. Maybe if you put this input to the A application, then you will get a very beautiful picture of this, palace. At least the AI will make at least the image. But we can imagine within our own this thing, like what was the, affluence at that time, the Treta Yuga. And compared to that Kali Yuga, actually it is almost zero, nothing, because we are using only basic things. One time when Prabhupada was taken in a very posh car, Rolls Royce, he was received, and the reporters were asking, how come Swamiji, you are supposed to be renounced, but the disciples out of love, like they taken him in a Rolls Royce car, so you are going in a Rolls Royce, in a very royal, it is a very, like posh. And Prabhupada said, it is, he told to the reporter, it is my expressing, the disciples are expressing their love through the, offering this. Why should I say no? And he said that, see, this is my mercy upon them that I am accepting. And he said, what is this car? It is made of tin and, metal and rubber. Actually, for spiritual masters, this is nothing. Because in spiritual world, everything is so, like, affluent and valuable. This car is nothing. It's not a big thing as you all think. So, you can see that we are thinking like modern now, whatever we have developed actually. If you see from the scriptural context, it is only downgraded. It is not upgraded. You can see from the description from this verse, what was the affluent situation at that time in Treta Yuga. So it is now, we feel it is upgraded, but actually it is downgraded compared to the earlier yugas. And the men and women also, they were like in the palace, all resembled like demigods, means they were so beautiful, and also they are decorated with various ornaments. which seemed beautiful because of being placed on their body. So from this we can get a glimpse from the scriptures. So Prabhupada always says the scriptures are like the scriptures and paintings, they are windows to the spiritual world. So these are giving some glimpses like what was the living situation and the affluent conditions during this yuga where Lord Ramachandra Bhagavan was present. So that is one understanding from this verse. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. So
We can continue, bro.
go to verse number 35. Now all of them.
Yeah, we can finish today this verse actually. And today is actually we can discuss about Srila Advaita Acharya. Today is Srila Advaita Acharya appearance day. So if you complete this one, then we can discuss sometime with all the devotees. And then we can wind up today's class. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
36.
I will read, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
No, 35. Yeah. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th Canto, chapter 11, sloka number 35. Tasmin sa Bhagavan Ramaha snigdhaya priyavesthaya reme swaram dhiranam rushabah sitaya kila tasmin sa Bhagavan Ramaha snigdhaya priyavesthaya reme swaramadhiranam rushabah sitaya kilaha.
Okay, read Mataji next one also.
Okay,
Last
okay.
verse.
Okay, Prabhuji. Lord Ramachandra, translation. Lord Ramachandra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, chief of the best learned scholars, resided in the palace with his pleasure, potency, Mother Sita, and enjoyed complete peace. Hare Krishna. Sloka number 36. Bubuje cha yada kalam kaman dharmam apidayan varshapughan bahun runam abidyatagri pallavaha bubuje cha yatha kalam kaman dharmam apidayan varshapughan bahun runam Abhidyatagni Pallavaha. Translation. Without transgressing the religious principle, Lord Ramachandra, whose lotus feet are worshipped by devotees in meditation, enjoyed with all the paraphernalia of transcendental pleasure for as long as needed. Translation once again. Without transgressing the religious principles, Lord Ramachandra, whose lotus feet are worshipped by devotees in meditation, enjoyed with all the paraphernalia of transcendental pleasure for as long as needed. Purport. Thus end the Bhakti Vedanta purports of the 9th Canto, 11th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Lord Ramachandra Rules the World. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Chapter.
So very wonderfully, Sukadeva Goswami is concluding here how Ramachandra Bhagavan, how he dealt with his citizens, how he was functioning within the palace, and it is previous verses saying pleasure potency, Hladini, same like Srimati Radharani. Mother Sita is an expansion of Srimati Radharani. So her Hladini potency, pleasure potency, resided in the palace with the pleasure potency of Mother Sita and enjoyed complete peace. And the last verse, we can see here how Lord Ramachandra Bhagavan ruled the world. So with the proper dharma, and everybody was, in the beginning itself we saw that people were not suffering with disease. They are free from disease and other things. They were like, that's why everybody claims that we need Ramarajya back. So Prabhupada says if we need Ramarajya back, we need to put the Lord in the center of our lives. Then we will get the same Ramarajya. So like we are practicing Krishna consciousness, pleasing the Lord. So in that way, if everybody is molding their life with the intention to please the Lord, then actually we will have a flourishing flourishing life, same like what is described here in the scriptures. So as Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj said that the only thing lacking in this world is lack of Krishna consciousness. Everything else is surplus here. If you go to any supermarket, you see everything is surplus. There is nothing like shortage, everything is in abundance. But what is lacking in this world is actually lack of Krishna consciousness. That is scarce, scarce, very scarce, like very scarce we can say. Very few people are practicing. Among the world population, if you see, very few are practicing the pure devotion. Of course, everybody is going to temple, but how many of them are actually practicing pure devotion? Very, very rare. So if people take up that principle of keeping God in the center of their life and trying to please the Lord by their activities, then this kind of environment, what we read so far, can be experienced again. Hare Krishna. So, Sudarshanasde Prabhu, want to add something?
No, Prabhu. So,
Hare Krishna. So,
at least Ramarajyam is a dream, Prabhu.
yes.
So,
Yeah. So at least now we had this Lord Ramacandra Bhagavan temple established again. That is a very good thing, something which is re-established after a great struggle. That is one thing. And of course now at least some importance is given to all these spiritual things, because still we are in the golden age of Kali. So there is value. There is people are respecting saintly people, and even though there are many people cheating in the name of saint, but at least genuine saints, they are respected, welcomed everywhere, and mantras are chanted, sacrifices are being conducted, because we are still in the golden period of Kali Yuga. So we have to make utmost use of this opportunity. Srila Prabhupada said this Krishna consciousness will last for 10,000 years, right, Prabhu? 10,000 years. So I think that starts from the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So 500 years, so balance 9,500 years, the golden period will be there, where people will get the opportunity to hear about the Lord, glorify the Lord, chant the mantras, holy name, and they can perfect their life. But after that, we do not know what will happen. But at least first this period is there.
Yes.
Actually, now then and there we can see some glimpse. The governments, they are taking action, how it is provoking the other country, like whatever is happening now, the acquiring of the land of other country, and you can see how the countries are getting splitted very easily. How the war is very, very easily, it can, within a second it can start. Now also I think Middle East, many flights are getting cancelled because of the threat for war on Iran. Many flights were cancelled already this week. So we do not know. Last week there was no that much symptom, but now it is getting very stronger that there may be war very soon. We do not know. But we are getting glimpse in the golden yuga, golden period also. We are getting that what extent will be there. Definitely we cannot. Even like somebody is telling, I don't believe in hell. Always I think, like even in earth we can see many places are like hell. Many places there is poverty, there is famine. Many people, many places the government is oppressing the people. Like we see North Korea, they are already oppressing their people, without many facilities, basic facilities. At least we know one or two, but there may be many more. So it is not that we have to go and believe in hell. Starvation, people are getting oppressed, suppressed. Their rights are being taken away. So we can see that here itself there is lot of indication. Even some places are like heaven. Yesterday I read one very nice thing that Prabhupada very much liked Hawaii. So his Grace Sankarsana Adhikar is saying he was staying in Hawaii, and he was saying, Prabhupada said this one statement, very interesting to hear. So Prabhupada said nobody can be happy in this material world. I will just read the sentence of what Prabhupada said. It will be very interesting. What is Prabhupada said here? Wait 1 minute, let me see. Srila Prabhupada liked Hawaii. When Srila Prabhupada was on a morning walk in Honolulu, Hawaii, he said, "It is not possible to be completely happy in this material world, but maybe in Hawaii." He said like that. But maybe in Hawaii. So that much Prabhupada liked Hawaii. This was, of course, a transcendental humor because people also get here sick and old. But he expressed how much he liked here. So Prabhupada said, it's very difficult to be happy in the material world, completely happy, but maybe in Hawaii. So there are places like heaven also. Very nice, clear water, clear air, fresh air, nice fruits, vegetables. And hell also here. The scriptures are describing about the hell. But here itself we can see both heaven and hell in there. There are places like that and places like hell also. So we have to use this opportunity. It's a wonderful opportunity. Chant the holy name. Accept the initiation from a bona fide spiritual master. Prabhupada said like 3 things. Accept instruction. Accept initiation from bona fide spiritual master. And practice Krishna consciousness like chanting 16 rounds and following 4 regulative principles, and spread Krishna consciousness, preach to others. In this way your ticket to the eternal world is guaranteed. Like that Prabhupada has written a letter. So this letter, when he has written, I will get that reference also. This is 1 minute, I will read that also. It is a basic principle. It is a very basic principle that one must accept a bona fide spiritual master in order to achieve the highest perfection of life, love of God. I thank all of you very much for accepting me as your spiritual master, and I promise that I will take you back to home, back to Godhead. I ask all of you to promise me to always chant at least 16 rounds, follow the regulative principles, read our books, and try to preach this Krishna consciousness movement all over the world. So far my qualifications are concerned, I am simply trying to carry out the order of my Guru Maharaj. Srila Prabhupada, December 12, 1971, letter to Nityananda. So this is what Srila Prabhupada is asking every one of us. Follow, accept a spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master, and then chant 16 rounds regularly, and follow the 4 regulative principles, read Prabhupada books, and try to preach this Krishna consciousness movement all over the world. So this is ticket to Goloka, where Srila Prabhupada has mentioned that by doing this we can guaranteed by Krishna's mercy. So that opportunity is always there. Hare Krishna. So exactly, mobile is also ringing when we say that. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. So so this is a truth, transcendental truth, that we simply and sincerely follow what Srila Prabhupada said. Definitely Krishna will bless every one of us. Hare Krishna. So any other devotees want to add anything else? Hare Krishna. So if there is no further discussion, Prabhu, we will discuss about Srila Advaita Acharya now.
Yes, Prabhuji, please enlighten us.
No, we will all enlighten each other. I am not qualified to enlighten. So I will share, but everybody can share their, like, whatever points we know about Srila Advaita Acharya. We can all share. Okay, so we are all, everybody is learning here. We can see. You are able to see the screen?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So today is a very, very auspicious day, appearance day of Srila Advaita Acharya. Srila Advaita Acharya was born in 1434 in Nabagram, Bengal. It's current Bangladesh. Nabagram, Bengal, to Sri Kubera Pandit and Srimati Nabadevi. They were originally inhabitants of Nabagram village near Srihatta. Srihatta is actually in Bangladesh now. But later they moved to Shantipur. Now we have there Shantipur, that is in West Bengal, on the banks of Ganga. So we can see here early life of Advaita Acharya. When Sri Advaita Acharya made his appearance in this world, Srila Madhavendra Puri, Sri Ishwar Puri, Sri Sachimata and Sri Shaganath also made their advent. So we can see parallelly who has taken birth when Srila Advaita Acharya appearance. So Madhavendra Puri, all great stalwarts, Vaishnava Acharyas, Madhavendra Puri, Ishwar Puri, Sri Sachimata, Mother of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Sri Jagannath Mishra. Also they made their advent at the same time. So Srila Advaita Acharya was a disciple of Srila Madhavendra Puri. And it's one of the chief figures among Panchatattva. So every day we recite Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So among Panchatattva we can see Panchatattva among extreme left we can see Srila Advaita Acharya with a beard. Srila Advaita Acharya. And Srila Advaita Acharya studied the Vedas and other scriptures under the scholar named Santacharya in Fulavati village near Shantipur, where he was awarded the title Acharya. This is how he got the title Acharya, Srila Advaita Acharya. And we know Srila Advaita Acharya is a combined incarnation of Mahavishnu and Sadashiva. So it's a combined incarnation of Mahavishnu and Sadashiva. And birth and family lineage, Advaita Acharya appeared before the advent of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why you can see in the Panchatattva he is having beard, because he was old. Appeared before the advent of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he was very elder to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and was amongst the first of the Lord's eternal associates to manifest in this world. So among Lord's eternal associates, he was the first to manifest in this material world. He was married to Sita Devi and became father of 6 sons. Okay. So his wife was Sita Devi Mataji, and Srila Advaita Acharya had 6 sons. Names are given: Achyudananda, Krishna Mishra, Gopal Das, Balarama, Swarupa and Jagadisha, all of whom were deeply connected with the early Gaudiya Vaishnava movement. His eldest son Achyutananda was recognized from early childhood as an exalted devotee of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and later became disciple of Gadadhar Pandit. Gadadhar Pandit is none other than Srimati Radharani. Right, Prabhu? Gadadhar Pandit.
Yes, Prabhu.
And many generations of Advaita Acharya descendants continue to serve the Vaishnava community across Bengal. Okay, still there are many generations and they are serving the Vaishnava community across Bengal. So, what was the contribution of Srila Advaita Acharya? He was the major contribution. He only invited the Lord to the material world by his heartfelt prayers. So, Advaita Acharya, he witnessed a spiritual decline in the age of Kali and deeply lamented for loss of devotion, morality and pure worship, because everything was contaminated by the by rituals and materialistic ambitions. So Advaita Acharya was deeply saddened by seeing the decline of the pure devotion. So he realized that in this age there is no religious path capable of delivering the fallen souls other than chanting the holy names of the Lord. So he already realized that this is the only way. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama iva kevalam kalau nasteva 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 gatirinata. However, he also perceived that without Lord personally teaching by his own example, the masses would not fully embrace the process of bhakti. So Advaita Acharya understood that nobody is capable to preach except the Lord himself. So the Lord only has to come to inaugurate this Yuga Dharma of chanting the holy name. So he started praying to the Lord to please come and then propagate this chanting of holy name. So he is resolved to invoke the Lord's advent. Advaita Acharya resolved to invoke the descendant of Sri Krishna himself. So he firmly determined, he decided that I need to invite the Lord back. Of course, Krishna left back to the abode at the end of Dwapara Yuga. He wanted to bring the Lord back in Kali Yuga again. So why he wanted to invite? In order to inaugurate the movement of congregational chanting. Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishnam Sango Pangastra Pashnam Yajnai Sankirtana Prayajandihi Sumedashaha. Srimad Bhagavatam says Rahu Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Swayam Krishna came and he came with his associates and intelligent people to spread the holy name, and intelligent people will take to the process of chanting this congregational chanting of the holy name. So how he invited the Lord? He prayed with intense humility. So humility, as he said, humility is an ornament which can attract the mercy of the Lord very easily. So he prayed with intense humility and with firm determination, worshipping Krishna daily with tulsi leaves and Ganges water. That is known as, actually he offered like in the form of shalagram, right? He was every day praying, worshipping Krishna daily with tulsi leaves and Ganges water, and prayed with very intense humility and firm determination, knowing that such simple offerings offered with the devotion bind the Supreme Lord in gratitude. So understanding that Krishna considered himself eternally indebted to a devotee who offers him a tulasi and water. So Lord becomes very pleased if you just offer him a tulasi and water, but with devotion. That is a criteria. We say, no, patram pushpam palam toyam yome bhaktya prayachiti tada bhakti upartam asnami prayatatmanaha. Krishna says, if anybody will offer me a leaf or a fruit or water with devotion, I will accept it. So here we can see Advaita Acharya was offering this tulasi leaf and water with intense devotion, with utmost bhakti. So Advaita Acharya persistently called out of the Lord, determined to make his name Advaita meaningful by bringing about the Lord's means to advent. That's why his name is Advaita, meaningfully bringing about the Lord's descent. So based on the prayers of Advaita Acharya, so Krishna accepted to come down as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So there are many reasons why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, like internal reasons, external reasons. One external reason we know, to congregate, to propagate the chanting of holy name, and one more reason is actually because of the prayers of Advaita Acharya. Yeah, so that is the thing, understanding. And internal reason, of course, we know, to experience the mood of Srimati Radharani, to experience the mood of the devotees towards the lotus feet of Krishna, like that. So there are internal reasons and external reasons for advent of Advaita Acharya, and one of the external reason is the prayers invoked by Advaita Acharya. And division of his followers. After the Lord's advent, Advaita Acharya's followers were later divided into two groups by the will of providence. So normally it happens in Sri Vaishnava community, after Sri Ramanujacharya left this world, then it become two groups, Vadagalai and Tengalai. So normally these factions come after the disappearance. Material world this happens. Sometimes it happens by the will of the providence. Here it is said it is by the will of the providence, the followers are divided. This division described in the scriptures as Daivera Karana. Daivera Karana means by the will of the Lord. Occurred according to the divine arrangement and did not diminish the spiritual stature of Advaita Acharya. Next we are going to service of his sons and descendants. Of the Advaita Acharya's 6 sons, Achyutananda, Krishna Mishra, Gopaladasa were most dedicated servants of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So 3 sons out of 6, 3, Achyutananda, Krishna Mishra and Gopaladas, they were actually most dedicated servants of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Achyutananda remained unmarried and devoted his life entirely to devotional service in Jagannath Puri under the shelter of Gadadhar Pandit. So we already discussed about that, how he took initiation from Gadadhar Pandit and he entirely devoted his life. He did not take up Grahastha life. He was unmarried and devoted his entire life in the devotional service in Jagannath Puri. And Krishna Mishra's descendants, Krishna Mishra is another son of Advaita Acharya. His descendants preserved Advaita Acharya's family lineage for generation, and several branches of this family continued to devotional activities across Shantipur. And now also if you go to Mayapur, we can go and take darshan in Shantipur. Lot of mango trees are there. Malda, Damuk Kadiya, Chandipur and surrounding region. So these are the places named where their family lineage is still continuing. And what is the spiritual position of Advaita Acharya? Advaita Acharya is an eternal associate of the Supreme Lord and a principal cause behind the advent of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he is an eternal associate of the Lord Krishna. And because of his prayers, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advented. By his intense devotion, humility and unwavering determination, he invoked the Lord descent to deliver the fallen souls of Kali Yuga. His worship of Tulasi leaves and Ganges water remained the spiritual foundation for the worldwide Sankirtana movement. Same way we can see Srila Prabhupada's humility and prayer and devotion that empowered Prabhupada to establish International Society for Krishna Consciousness, which is none other than Krishna himself. Because of Srila Prabhupada's humility and devotion and determination, ISKCON was established. Similarly, we can see Advaita Acharya also. And praying Lord to manifest. Before the appearance of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, all the Vaishnava devotees in Navadip area used to gather at the house of Advaita Acharya. In these meetings, Advaita Acharya preached on the basis of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. He spent most of his adult life in Shantipur with his wife and family. So there are a lot of things about Advaita Acharya where Srila Prabhupada mentions in Chaitanya Charitamrita at many places. We can see how he is non-different from Mahavishnu. He is a combined avatar of Mahavishnu and Lord Sadashiva, and how he helped actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to pray to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to descend to propagate the chanting of holy name in order to establish back the pure devotion to the lotus feet of the Lord. So these are some of the points. So if devotees, Prabhuji, Sudarshan would like to add, and other devotees would like to add some more points about Advaita Acharya on his auspicious appearance day, we can please highlight so we all can hear. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu is also called Avaduta, like the Canto Prabhu.
Okay.
Yes, yes, no, no.
Yes, is also called Savaduta, as Prabhuji is
Avaduta.
highlighting. Yeah. And also, I shared one article in, is in the group also. People can read, devotees when free, they can read. And here we can see, hearing Advaita Acharya's prayer, Mahaprabhu replied, Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, 6.167. My dear Acharya, I am very pleased by your prayers. Now you can ask me any benediction you like. Then Advaita requested that my only request is that you distribute love of Krishna even to women, laborers and the ignorant fools as well. And here also one important point I read actually, which our Guru Maharaj is saying. Maybe I don't know if you read that one, which was posted in the fortnightly message. I will just read. Yes, 1 minute. I will just open that one. It's a very important point because we are frequently discussing this point. I thought we can highlight this point. 1 minute. Anybody read that one? Prabhu, you read that one?
Yes, Prabhu. Fortnightly message, which is come just
See, this is what recently Guru Maharaj is saying. Recently, somebody sent me a reference from Hari Bhakti Vilas, 5.453, that whatever restrictive statements that are to be found in the scriptures regarding Shudras or women, those statements are understood by the learned souls as applicable to non-Vaishnavas only. So when the Vaishnavas are there, like it is not applicable, like when the scriptures are talking about Shudras or women, if it is a Vaishnava, then that scriptural statement is not applicable to them. So that reference Guru Maharaj is given 5.453 from Hari Bhakti Vilas, because many times in the scriptures we read about the Shudras or and this thing, even some Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, like, even the women and they also can reach me by devotion. But sometimes some people get offended by reading that. Why they are considered like that? But here Hari Bhakti Vilas says that those statements are not understood by learned souls as applicable to. This is applicable only to the non-Vaishnavas, means one who are not devotees of the Lord. Only for them that statements are applicable. But one who are devotees of the Lord, that statements are not in that category. So that Maharaj is given in that fortnightly message, just for our understanding, because we may read such things in our scripture time to time, and we should not feel it's like offended, or we should not feel it is degrading certain class of people. Not like that. Hare Krishna. So that is one point. That is general. For general. Because they are more in the bodily conscious. That's why it is mentioned like that. So here also we read today now, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, Advaita Acharya praying that my only request is that you distribute love of Krishna even to women, laborers and ignorant fool as well. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 6 point. And that is one important point. So today is such an auspicious day. Advaita Acharya is a combined incarnation of Mahavishnu and Sadashiva. And Sadashiva who resides in Golaka. And Advaita Acharya had two wives, Sita and Shri. Sita and Shri, two wives he had. I think with one wife he got one child, and with other 5, I think. And their names we already say Sita Devi and Shri. And they are manifestations of Yoga Maya. They are manifestations of Yoga Maya. Anything else?
In fact, we
Srila
must be,
Advaita.
yes, we are first and foremost, we are indebted to Advaita Acharya because of him, Mahaprabhu appeared.
Yes, Prabhu, very true. That's why, yeah. Otherwise, we will not. Because whenever we get Lord's mercy, it is only because of the prayers of pure souls. Then only the Lord becomes happy, and He blesses. If there are no pure souls, our contaminated with the contaminated prayers, we will not get the blessings of the Lord. But because of them, then everybody is getting benefit. You can see because of their prayers. And one more important point, he is a disciple of Madhavendra Puri. That is one important. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is disciple of Prabhu Ishwara Puri, right?
Two initiations. One is ordinary initiation, and then another is by sannyasa initiation. Two are there.
Yeah,
One is
but Madhavendra Puri, Keshav Bharati, sannyas initiation.
Sannyasa by Keshav Bharati.
Yeah, so here Advaita Acharya took initiation from, he is a disciple of Madhavendra Puri. And
Ishwara Puri is a disciple of Madhava Puri.
Yeah, and Advaita Acharya's former name is Kamalaksha or Kamalakanta. You can say Kamalakanta Veda Panchanana. Yeah. So Sri Devi gave birth to one son named Shamadasa, and other wife was Sita Devi. For she had five sons. Krishnadas, Gopala, Balarama, Swarupa, and Jagadish Mishra. So many references are given. If you go, we can see there are a lot of references.
Yes, we are very fortunate to know about Chaitanya Charitamrita because we are connected to Parambara. For the common people, even they did not even hearing about beyond Bhagavatam. Although that is sufficient.
Yeah.
It is still that in the future, the next Vyasadeva will write all this in the next Bhagavatam, and it will for the coming generations, after a long time. So Mahaprabhu's appearance will be there in that.
Yeah.
All the Leelas will be recorded there.
Yes. And one more pastime is there from Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 3.93. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu were eating in the home of Advaita Acharya, Lord Nityananda jokingly told Advaita to take away the footstep. He threw a handful of rice on the floor in front of him, as if he was angry. A couple of pieces of rice touched Advaita's body. When the rice touched him, Advaita thought himself purified by the touch of Lord Nityananda's servants, and he immediately began dancing in various ways. From Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 3.93 to 96.
Yeah.
And there is one, this also, Jaya Jaya Advaita Ishwara Avatar, Krishna Avatari Kaila Jagat Nishtar. So this is very important. Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 8.4. Jaya Jaya Advaita Ishwara Avatara, Krishna Avatari Kaila Jagat Nishtara. Meaning, all glories to Advaita Prabhu, the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He induced Krishna to descend and thus delivered the entire world. Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 8.4. Srila Advaita Acharya ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Jai. Thank you.
So, anything else?
Prabhuji, Advaita Acharya's place you mentioned which place, Prabhuji?
Shantipur in now near close to Mayapur. Shantipur.
Yeah. So there when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Advaita Acharya had a meeting in his house, Raghunath Das Goswami, by the mercy of Advaita Acharya, he got a chance to meet and got the blessing of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That I had in one class.
Yes.
Because of Advaita Acharya's mercy, Raghunath Das Goswami got a chance to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Haridas Thakur also, Namacharya Haridas Thakur.
Namacharya Haridas Thakur Mataji. Then one more person whom you said? One more.
No, because of Advaita Acharya's mercy, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Raghunath Das Goswami got a chance to get the blessing and to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That only because of Advaita Acharya's mercy. And Haridas Thakur also was staying near this place.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you for that.
Advaita Acharya recognized that Haridas Thakur was the best Brahmana, and he was invited for the first meal when the Sadha Karma was happening in his house. So Hajasakura was reluctant to accept that. And he told, no, you are the best among the Vaishnavas. And first meal was offered to him.
Hare
So,
Krishna.
and with Nityananda Prabhu, a lot of pastimes are there. They used to joke, they used to hit, they used to play around. Lot of uncommon, like transcendental pastimes were enacted with. And all by his mercy, Lord Chaitanya descended, and we are able to chant and discuss about them very well.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
We are very
Hare
fortunate.
Krishna.
That is what, and we must remain fortunate by following ABCD and other devotional services. That is a responsibility.
Very true. Very true. Hare Krishna. So, there are any no further discussions? Then I think we can. Today's fasting up to noon.
Yes.
So,
Noon.
after noon, we can honor Prasadam. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Those in India can have after class. We have to wait 1.5 hours more.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. So, anything else? If there is no further points, I think we can wind up today's session.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare
We will
Krishna.
not.
Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji.
Yeah, those from India need not wait more. We will.
Yeah, I already told, right? 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1 now already.
There, one.
Yeah.
1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Simona Guruji. Thank you, Sudarshan Bhaskar Guruji. Okay, so we'll chant the Hare.
Thank you all the devotees also. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we'll chant 3 times Hare Krishna Mantra for Simona Guruji as well as
All devotees will
Bhaskar
chant.
Guruji and all the devotees who are present today for everybody's spiritual progress.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Rama.